Hello community, welcome to a new story titled, 5 I Think My Girlfriend Is Cheating on Me. She has fallen out of love and is in love with someone else. Well, let's get started, and don't forget to stay tuned for new stories and updates. I am a 23-year-old male and I am dating a 22-year-old female. We met in freshman year of college and have been dating ever since, 4 years, living together for the last 2 years. I am an international student who studied and graduated here, and now works. She has lived here all her life. We just moved from another area of town to her childhood neighborhood a month ago. My girlfriend has been complaining for the last 2 to 3 months about our relationship. We had a big fight a few days ago and according to her, we don't spend enough quality time together, never go out to do anything and quote, the spark is gone between us. Frankly, I was crushed by that line. That night I decided to go through her phone and confirm a suspicion I had about a boy named, let's say, Matt. I was thrown for a loop. She had always talked a big game about respect and loyalty in our relationship, and would get extremely insecure whenever I would be hanging out with any female. To the point where I don't hang out with girls alone anymore. I never felt this way and always trusted her 100%, and think I see why she was always so mistrusting now. She has gone through my phone several times in the last 4 years looking through chats I have with other women from university and finding nothing. I have never felt the need or gone through her phone until now. Matt randomly came into her old high school friend group and life about 3 months ago. I would always ask about him and she would brush me off. I was curious because his name never would come up before. I found that she has been having a Snapchat streak with him for 60 days and he is a best friend on Snapchat. His only other best friends on Snapchat are his female best friend, and his weird best friend, both with streaks of only 30. Then I see they were exchanging Snapchats last night at 1 a.m. while I slept. Weird, no idea what those snaps might contain. I see that they barely communicate over text message and only on Snapchat. I then proceed to search his name on text messages and find some messages that really crushed me. One message was to one of her girlfriends who was driving Matt home after a night her friend group went clubbing and the first time my girl met Matt. She was talking about how sweet and cute he was and that she had the biggest and fattest crush right now, going so far as to say, "Tell my beautiful daddy good night." Her friend responded by calling her the biggest and fattest crush on Matt. I almost told him, "You have a boyfriend, but like you think he is cute." My girlfriend proceeds to say, "Girl, don't expose me. It's fine, I only visit home like once a year." Well, guess what? We moved back to her hometown 9/1 so a month ago, so she is hanging out with this group and Matt a lot more. I also found some messages with her best friend from the same time talking about how much of a catch Matt is, that Matt is an absolute king. My girl says, "Yeah, I wondered why I never went for him, LMFAO." My girlfriend then proceeds to say, "I was observing Matt the whole night and just how he was. Honestly, he was so easy to talk to and reminded me of your weird friend." She says this is just how girls talk. I think she has a big crush on someone else and is falling out of love with me, if she ever even was at all. I then found some messages from a year ago. Also another night she went clubbing with her old HS friends where she decided to split her Uber fare back home with John. John is someone in her friend group I have made very clear I don't like her hanging with / around. She hooked up, just gave head, with him and had a thing in high school but insists she only sees him platonically now. I never bought that. Was so heartbroken to see she decided to go home together with him that night. I also found messages that she also asked him to walk our dog around at 2 a.m. with her that same night and smoke with him. She cites security as the reason for this. I guess that's bad coming from the girl who was left at home by a state trooper once when she tried to walk home down the road after a night out. I am at a loss for words. I was always talking about respect, loyalty, and boundaries and I see this thing. Don't know what to do. My gut reaction is that she is for the streets. But I could be overreacting. I have confronted her and she is nothing but apologetic, saying she knows it was wrong now but that nothing ever happened. Odd, I never said anything did, and she only saw them platonically. Is weird. I feel like that's worse being sorry for it. She has cleaned the house and being extra sweet, trying so hard to win my affection back. I can't even stand to look at or touch her. All the niceness just makes cemented to me that something fishy was indeed going on. Anytime she confronted me about interactions with girls, I would never apologize, was clueless, astonished, defiant, maybe even angry. Because there was truly nothing there. In tears as I type all this out, realizing / contemplating I may have just wasted 4 of the best years in life with someone who isn't loyal. What did you think about this story? Also, do not forget to stay tuned for new stories and updates. Greetings. Comments. Sometimes relationships run their course and the feelings disappear. I think that's what happened to your GF. She found someone new she vibes with and find attractive. I think it's best you let her go and focus on yourself. OP, it's hard. I love her. She says that it's obvious she still loves me if she is asking and wanting to go on more dates, etc. I just don't know if I am ridiculous to look past this / blind with love. Or if it's obvious she has checked out of the relationship. 2. I mean, she probably does love you because she shared so much with you over the past 4 years. I still love my ex as a person, but I'm not in love with her. She's been complaining for the past 2 to 3 months and her asking for more dates, etc. I think it's just her trying to save what's left of what's broken. I think if you guys broke up she'd be upset for some time but then would be happier eventually, especially with this new guy Matt. It's more than a crush if she's asking to hang out at 2 a.m. OP, the splitting the Uber fare home and asking John to walk our dog at 2 a.m. was a different male friend who she has a history with. The suspected crush on Matt is a new male friend in her group. The most I have to go on is the texts about how nice he is, how she has a fat crush on him, etc. and Snapchatting him for 60 days in a row. But girls who love their BFs don't talk like that about other guys, right? 3. I mean, saying the fact she has a crush on him is all you need to know. My co-worker cheated on her husband with me, and it started out as crush and we talked literally all day every day in person, on Snap, on text, to the point where the other teachers had to say something to the principal. But one thing led to another and we were having a full-on affair. But she doesn't see it that way because she fell out of love for him and lost the spark a long time ago. OP, thanks for the hard truth. I felt the same. But love makes you ridiculous / blind. 4. Dude, end it. If my wife said she had a crush on someone other than me, then it's a wrap. OP, she is claiming it was just girl talk and she doesn't actually have a crush on him. Was just drunk and said something ridiculous. 5. Well then, do you think she would take it as just guy talk, as you told your mate you wanted to bang some girl and she found out about it? Honestly, it's not really worth your time to deal with BS like this young. You should be concentrating on your education and career and such. If the spark is gone, then it's gone. And let her go find some new spark. Just not with you. She can go be with that new crush or whatever. OP, what if she found a message to my mate that said, bro, I have the biggest crush, she is so cute. 6. I think it's best to move on at this point. If you feel like your heartbreak is making you go into a spiral, relationships are built on trust, and if you feel as though something may have happened in the relationship, especially to this degree, do what's best for you and your own emotional health. A good partner wouldn't have you questioning their loyalty, they would be upfront and honest with you. I'm sorry that this has happened and I wish you the best. OP, she is being honest and upfront. Saying I can call all her friends, even him if I wanted to, and does not want to end things. I just can't get over feeling like I've been slighted. She knows better than to entertain this type of stuff and definitely would feel some type of way if the shoe was on the other foot. Technically she really hasn't done anything wrong, it's just a where there's smoke there's fire scenario. What did you think about this story? Also, do not forget to stay tuned for new stories and updates. Greetings.